the first question, which is related to, if we go back to the time of the Sahaba, in the time of the Prophet ﷺ, we had the companions who are the best of people who walked the face of the earth, right? And they also went through Iman slumps. Were they free from this, Sheikh? Was their Iman high all the time? And were they always, ready to pray tahajjud and fast, the sunnah fasts and all of this? Or were there times in their lives where their Iman was down, they were struggling? Maybe you could share with us some examples of some companions who actually went through these Iman slumps.
So, without any doubt, the companions are the cream of the cream. May Allah be pleased with them. They are the best generation to ever to walk on earth after the prophets and the messengers. No doubt. How do I know? Tell me. Show me. Hadith, Sunnah, Quran. Khayrul Qurun Qarni. The best of generations is my generation. The Prophet is saying, who's his generation? Sahaba. So he himself is identifying them to be the best of generations ever. May Allah be pleased with them. Now, when we try to compare apple to apple, there is no comparison, none whatsoever. They are of a different species, yet they are human and they're not infallible. They make mistakes. But be careful. Even the best of us cannot be compared to the worst of them. Even the best of them cannot be compared to the 10 heaven-bound. And the sad story is, the very sad story of the Muslims, they don't know their history. Ronaldo Cristino, where is he? MashaAllah, everybody's in Saudi Arabia. They know. And if I were to tell you who memorizes the 10 heaven-bound, the 10, not 9, not 4, who memorizes the whole 10? Who knows them? Please raise your hand. I'm the only one? This is a problem, isn't it? Isn't it shameful? And I always give this example, but people sometimes are offended by it. If I were to take you to paradise, inshallah, and excuse me, I have to do this for my knees and for my back, and you look, says, mashallah, who's this? This is Ukasha ibn Mihsan. Who? Ukasha ibn Mihsan, one of the great companions of the Prophet ﷺ. He is the best athlete ever to be known to history. Never heard of this name. Who's this? Oh, this is Talha ibn Ubaidillah. Talha is the name of a man? I thought it was the name of a woman. Who's this? This is Ukasha ibn Mihsan. Come on, guys. I don't know any of those in paradise. Can we take a tour to hell? So, okay. When we go to hell, yeah, I know these guys here. They're all celebrities. This actor, this actress, this singer, this rapper. Man, yeah, this is the place to be in. Isn't this a sad reality? The 10 heaven bound, the best people who were beloved to the Prophet ﷺ. He stood once on Jabal Uhud and he says, Abu Bakr fil Jannah. يعني Abu Bakr in Jannah, Umar in Jannah, Uthman in Jannah, Ali in Jannah, Abu Ubaidah Amir ibn Jarrah in Jannah, Abdurrahman ibn Auf in Jannah, Zubair ibn Awam in Jannah, Talha ibn Ubaidillah in Jannah, Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas in Jannah, Sa'id ibn Zayd ibn Amr ibn Nufayl al-Adawi al-Qurashi is in Jannah. These are the 10 heaven bound. If you don't know them, their stories, who they were married to, how they lived, how they died, how they accompanied the Prophet ﷺ, what do you know? I know Hitler, Sheikh. that he died in... Be my guest. So, we have a problem. Now, when we acknowledge that they are the best of generations, and we say that, didn't they have slums? Compare their slums to our slums. We can't. There is no comparison, none whatsoever. But I'll give you one story. In Sahih al-Imam Muslim, which means the highest degree of authenticity, whenever you hear in Sahih Bukhari or Sahih Muslim, take it for granted. This is 100 false proof. Is it authentic, Sheikh? You don't ask about Bukhari and Muslim. These are authentic by default. So the hadith narrates Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him, seated number 2 in this ummah, met Hanzala al-Asdi, companion. So Hanzala, what's cooking? Good looking? I'm rephrasing, huh? So Hanzala said, I have become a hypocrite. This is something you don't play, you don't mess around with hypocrisy. Abu Bakr was shocked. Why? He said, Akhi, I have a problem. Slumps. When I am with the Prophet ﷺ, I feel that I am flying in heavens. My iman is top notch. I don't care about anything in this life. The moment I leave the Prophet ﷺ and go back home and mix with the wives, with the children, with the farms, with the commerce and trade, I don't recognize my heart. Abu Bakr said, well, I am feeling the same. Houston, we have a problem. Let's go to the Prophet ﷺ. He has to solve our problems. So they go to the Prophet ﷺ, and the Prophet says, so what's happening? Hanzala repeats his statement. What did the Prophet say ﷺ? He said, Hanzala, are you out of your mind? If you were at your house with your kids and wives like you are with me here, the angels would descend from the heavens and you will see them walking in the streets with your own eyes, and you will shake hands with them. You will reach a level of iman that Allah would uplift the veil and you can see the angels in broad daylight. And this is not possible. No one can see the angels in broad daylight. But this is the Prophet commenting, alayhi sa'a wa sa'a, meaning 1 hour for your Lord, that you have to strive to reach the highest levels of iman. As a human being, you need another hour to earn, to mix with your wife and your children and your commerce and attend your daily routine. You're a human being. You're not an angel. So Hanzala faced this fluctuation of iman. Abu Bakr faced the same fluctuation. And the Prophet ﷺ confirmed it, yet comforted us that this is totally normal. So don't ever think that you can maintain this high level of iman forever. But you strive to make the best of it. So once it goes down, you uplift it. So that when your call comes, when the angel of death comes, you're in good hands. Now, the companions, may Allah be pleased with them, and this, again, when you want to compare apple to apple, this is too much. There are 2 stories in the Bukhari and Muslim. Different companions altogether, but the same conclusion. One story was about Abu Darda, may Allah be pleased with him, and Salman al-Farisi. In the beginning, how much time do I have for each question? See, when I'm happy, which I am, because I haven't seen anyone sleep yet. This means I'm okay, I'm captivating the audience. I like to speak, but as an old grandfather, I sometimes become boring. I can speak and speak and speak, but I don't want to bore people if we're time limited. So I have to know exactly when to stop. So
you can share, inshallah.
طيب,
everyone is enjoying, mashallah.
He's the captain, so I'm just the co-pilot. So, in the beginning, when the Prophet migrated to Medina, alayhi salam, the migrants from Mecca were stone broke. So, in order to make a social blend, the Prophet made the brethrens between a migrant and the Ansar. He choose one from here, one from here. Okay, you brothers. One of you dies, he inherits the other. That was in the beginning. But then it was abrogated and only your heirs can inherit you. Khalas. The brotherhood remains, but no inheritance. So among those brethren was Salman al-Farisi and Abu Darda. Abu Darda was from Medina, Ansar. Salman was not from Mecca, but he came all the way from Persia, Iraq, Syria, and was sold as a slave to Jews. And you know his story. I don't think so, but assume. Yeah, give them the benefit of the doubt. So they became brethren. One day, Salman al-Farisi visited his brother's house, and he wasn't there. And this was before the hijab was mandated. So he saw his wife, Darda, but he saw that she wasn't properly dressed, taking care of herself. You know, any women sometimes glow, even if they're wearing the hijab. You know, taking care of their skin and the body lotion, their hair, their makeup, etc. He saw that this woman was not interested. So he asked, what's wrong? She said, your brother, Abu Darda, has no interest in women. He prays all night long. And he fasts every single day, not missing, skipping one day. So when will he have time for hanky-panky? No time. Because he's either praying or fasting. There's no time. So he said, okay. When Abu Darda came back home, he saw his brother, he embraced him, he invited him to eat. So Salman said, okay, you eat first. He said, no, I'm fasting. He said, break your fast. He said, I'm fasting. Said, break your fast. He's my guest, he's my brother, he's my elder brother. So he broke his fast, voluntary fast, and he ate. After they prayed Isha, Abu Darda, wait. What are you doing? So praying night prayer from Isha till Fajr, only 8 hours. So he said, no, sleep. He said, but I want to pray. He said, no, sleep. So he went to sleep, half an hour, woke up, and sleep, until it was the last third of the night, like an hour before Fajr. He said, now you go and pray. So he prayed. After he finished prayer, he said, Abu Darda, your Lord has rights over you. And your body has rights over you. Your wife has rights over you. And your relatives and your guests have rights over you. So give each one its due right. Abu Darda said, what is this humbo jumbo? So he prayed Fajr in the masjid. Then he went to the Prophet ﷺ. He said, oh Prophet of Allah, my brother Salman visited me and he did this and this and this and he said this and this and this. The Prophet said, Salman said the truth. The identical story in the Sahih happened with Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As. Amr ibn al-As was one of the companions, accepted Islam in the 8th year of Hijrah, one of the smartest Arabs ever known to the Arabs. So he got his son, and they say that his son was 14, maybe 15 years younger than him, than his father. So he got him married to a very reputable, beautiful woman from Quraysh. A couple of weeks later, he goes and visits his daughter-in-law. So he asks, how is my son with you? She says, oh uncle, he is the best of men. He prays all night and he fasts all day. Khalas, I got the message. He's smart. He doesn't need any clarification. Immediately he went to the Prophet ﷺ and complained. The Prophet summoned Abdullah. Abdullah came. He said, how much do you finish the Quran in? Meaning during prayer. He said, once every night. He completes from cover to cover. Once every night. He said, don't do that. Finish the Quran once a month. This is the minimum. If you don't do this, you're a bad Muslim. Sheikh. Yeah. Normal Muslims finish the Quran once every month. New Hijri month, you see them in Baqarah. End of the month, قُلْ أَعُوذُ رَبِّ النَّاسِ. And that's why they finish the Quran at least 12 times a year. Usually in Ramadan they do 5 or 6 more. So, but let's go for the average. So Abdullah says, no, I can do more than that. The Prophet said, finish the Quran every 20 days. He said, no, I can do more than that. Finish the Quran once every 10 days. Yani every day, every night, you only read 3 juzu. He said, I can do more than that. He said, do it in 1 week. He said, I can do it more than that. He said, no, don't do it. In another narration, he said, in 3 days, but you will not be able to comprehend it in less than 3 days. So 10 juzu every night. How many days do you fast? He said, every single day. I don't skip a day. From Fajr till sunset, I'm fasting. And I eat at night and then I fast the whole month. He said, no, fast 3 days every month. And this is the minimum you should do. Otherwise you are not a good Muslim. It's not mandatory. Don't get me wrong. But you're coming here to avoid slums. You want to avoid slums? I'm showing you. Sheikh, 3 days every month? It's too much. No, it's not too much. Normal Muslims, by the way, fast Mondays and Thursdays and 3 days every white days. Normal Muslims. But, okay. Let's not go into details. So he said, no, I can't fast more than 3. He said, fast 10 days, fast this, fast. Until the Prophet said, alayhi fast 1 day and skip 1 day. Meaning 15 days every month. He said, I can do better than that. He said, nothing is better than that. This is the best fasting. The fasting of Prophet Dawood, peace be upon him. Then the Prophet said to him exact statements that he heard from Salman to Abu Darda. He said, Abdullah, your body has rights, your wife has rights, your guests have rights, and your Lord has rights, so give each its due right. This is the slums when they have slums. To us, we would love to have some of their slums. That means that we are the best of the best in our generation, and I hope this answers your question.